Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with Joe Boo, who took yesterday's loss kind of hard, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Welcome to Hangover Monday. History. There are no new ideas. Yeah, the technology changes and evolves and stuff, but we still do the same things, just with better technology. And it's funny because when you look back at stuff in the past, you can kind of get a window at what's going to happen in the future. And I always say, if you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. And it's funny how something that happened maybe 30 years ago fits perfect today.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked, or the second half. We just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
Okay. That about sums it up. Jim Mora's rant yesterday. We sucked. Couldn't complete a pass. Couldn't make a first down. Couldn't stop anybody. Couldn't run the ball. Didn't run the ball. Everything was just bad. So is it time to push the panic button? No, it's not time to push the panic button. Yesterday would have been a golden opportunity to really take a big step ahead. It really would have. Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers falls to Kansas City. The Rams get punched in the throat by the Tennessee Titans. You know that Stafford MVP talk? You might want to pump the brakes just a little bit on that, Ramalama. Back-to-back interceptions, one being a pick six. Going against the Tennessee Titans that had a 36-year-old Adrian Peterson. 36. They ended up winning. Or even worse yet, the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen throwing two interceptions, 234 yards, losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars. You had the Saints at home losing to the Atlanta Falcons. It was just the upset weekend here in the NFL. I don't know if it was a time shift or whatever, but here's what you have to realize, and it's so crazy because DeMarcus Ware said he went to his first Cowboys game, and fans were pissed off and leaving the game and mad as hell. Lord knows I got lots of venom that, Dak Prescott sucks and this, that, and the other. Bench him, fire him, fire Mike McCarthy and everything else. It's funny because the NFL has truly become a week-to-week league. Every week we have somebody that's the flavor of the week. They might be there for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but then they have a bad game. Everybody has had bad games. Now, if we were, say, the San Francisco 49ers, I'd say we'd definitely need to push the panic button, that we are far and away below expectations. But during training camp, when Dak Prescott was still coming back from the ankle injury and having the shoulder issue, if somebody said after 8 games this season, we'd be 6-2, right then you would have said, you're nuts. We don't even know if we have Dak. We got a defense that is the worst in the NFL coming off of last year. We got a coach as a defensive coordinator that's, from a loser team at Atlanta. We got no chance. And we're facing Tampa Bay, San Diego in the first 2 games? Come on, man. You wouldn't have even thought we would be anywhere close to that. I'm shocked at how that game went. I am. I'll be the first to say I did not think that we would have gotten beaten like that. But, excuse me, I'm choking here. Forgive me. I'm shocked that it was that bad at home. I am. But I don't think that this is the end of the season, as some people say. Because you could turn around and say, well, maybe Green Bay is the end of the season here for them because of all that's going on with Aaron Rodgers. Maybe you say it's the end of the season for Buffalo because they got beat by one of the worst teams in the NFL. Maybe you say it's over for the Rams because the Rams got destroyed by Tennessee. Follow me? I do, however, say we got a lot of work to do. That maybe we got too full of ourselves and starting to believe the hype. And at some point, you need a slice of humble pie to bring you back and refocus. But I think beyond that there was a number of things that worked against us. We know that Amari and CD were injured. And y'all going to say, you're just making excuses. I'm not making excuses. We were bad in all phases. Let's just say that. We were bad in all phases. I'm not going to lie. But there still can be reasons why. I think the offensive line situation without Tyron Smith and then switching Terrence Steele to the other side was a disaster. Bringing Lyle Collins back rusty and putting him in there, we may have almost been better keeping Ty Nsekhe over at the starting tackle and having Terrence Steele over remaining at the right, but be that as it may. Because we got pressure all night, not from the blitz. Just couldn't handle the defensive ends. Mari and CD dropped passes. Dak overthrew passes. Zeke, ankle and knee injury. Just couldn't get anything going. And when we seemed to get a break with a block punt, somehow they get a ball first down. It was just one of those nights. And there's no point in harping on it. The great thing about the NFL is it's not for long. You got a game next Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons and a chance to turn your stuff around. And the good news is we started out 3.5 games up in our division, and we ended the day up 3.5 games in our division. And the only person we lost ground to is the Arizona Cardinals as far as home field goes, and we still play them. So not everything is lost. Relax. And let's listen to Dak.
After the way you and this team have performed this year, how do you explain what happened today?
We got beat. We got thumped in every aspect of the game, especially on offense. Didn't get it going. I mean, we scored a couple of touchdowns there
In garbage
in
time.
late time, but I mean, never got going. I missed some throws. We didn't throw and catch the ball as we normally do, and wasn't our best performance by any means. Obviously, our worst of the year, and credit to those guys. I mean, it's the NFL. Those guys get paid to do this and play at a high level, and they came in here and were more prepared for this game and did a great job, did better than we did, and just beat us, plain and simple.
Dak, how did 2 weeks away from real game speed, how did that impact you today?
I mean, obviously, I wasn't as clean as I normally am, or as I have been. Tough to say and blame that. I mean, I spent a lot of time off and came back in the first game different, so I'm not going to sit there and blame 2 weeks when I had a great week of practice that I had under my belt coming into this one. I just missed some throws, and we just weren't our normal selves in the passing game, and when we needed to be, we didn't execute.
How does your calf feel now, and how did it hold up during the game?
Held up fine. It was great. I mean, did a lot of moving, did a lot of scrambling there, getting outside of the pocket. No issues. Hadn't felt it. I'm fine.
What things did they do that caused you the most problems?
I mean, they were more physical than us. I think this is the first time all year that we weren't the more
Yeah.
physical team. But to say that they did something we weren't expecting or we weren't ready for, to say that they did something to stop us, they're more physical. We didn't execute, as I said. We didn't throw in catches the way we've done all season long. And on those third downs and even in the fourth downs when we needed to execute, I missed a throw. We dropped some passes, and we weren't clean. And it starts with me, and we'll be able to move forward from this and learn from this. But credit to those guys.
How shocked are you that you guys have a performance like this way on the flag?
One more time.
How shocked are you to have a performance like this as a team?
Yeah, I mean, definitely shocked. As I said, they whooped us on every aspect. They beat us, and that's not something you ever think about or ever envision happening. But something we'll learn from. We'll learn from every aspect of it: offense, defense, special teams, situationally, especially. And we've just got to be better. We've got to play a cleaner game. We've got to start faster in a noon game like this. And they did a better job at it and got on us fast. And yeah, we were playing from behind, and we weren't able to do anything.
Did you feel it was important for you to stay in all the way to the end because the offense was struggling so much and you needed to kind of get something going into the next game?
Say the beginning of that?
The fact that, I mean, you're coming off an injury, but you play right through till the end. Was part of that because the offense was struggling so much and you guys needed to get something going? Or this?
I mean, there was a game left out there to be played. I don't think never crossed my mind that I was coming out of the game. And I think if somebody would have tried to make that decision, I would have told them I wasn't. Yeah, we needed to get something going. We needed to get some energy, some momentum. We need to show our fight, our resiliency, something that's won us a lot of games. And when we're getting beat like that, you've got to show your character. And I think that starts with all of us staying in the game and fighting to the end and trying to get some momentum or something going just to take from this game. And, yeah, I never thought about ever coming out of that.
You had a fourth and short. Looked like I don't know if it slipped out your hands or it was tipped, but it was uncharacteristic of you. What happened on that play there?
Yeah, I don't think it was tipped. I think I got ready to throw it on the crossing route, saw the guy's hands up, and I think I just tried to change my arm angle at the last second and threw it at his ankles. And at that point, I mean, was hoping Said maybe made a catch. But, yeah, I mean, I don't miss those throws. Those are throws that I've worked on a long time, whether I'm moving my feet or whether I'm not able to get my back leg through or just finding a way to make that throw is something that, as I said, I work hard on, and yeah, pisses me off when I miss a throw like that, and that's a big fourth down early in the game that we can keep going and move forward and get a touchdown. I think it just changed the whole way that this game plays and goes from there. If I complete that and we're able to stay on the field on fourth down.
So no surprise there from Dak Prescott, taking a lot of ownership.
Okay, so that's what we have. So where do we go from here? Well, short memory, you get over it real quick, but there's a couple things that are kind of surprising. If the season were to end today, right now, here's what wild card weekend would look like. Believe it or not, the Atlanta Falcons against the Packers, the Saints against the Bucks, and the Rams versus the Cowboys. Yeah, with the Cardinals being the number 1 seed. So we didn't lose anything yesterday. Basically, we just kind of held serve, and we're licking our wounds. We got to go through here, wake up, get physical again, get your treatment, and get your ass back on the field. The coaches, the players, everybody has got work to do. And so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this video this morning, and we're going to go ahead and get to work because we got a lot of work to do, just like the Cowboys.
Our folks here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, have fun!